When I was younger, I missed a lot of stuff in my life. I was always racing, no matter what. Started out in hobby stock back in '65. My first late model was $900 complete. I built the engines, built the cars. Figured the more I worked on them, the better I could be with it. I couldn't see spending a lot of money just because somebody was beating me. I was just out there to race and have fun. My name is Jerry Eckhardt. I race at Slinger with a super late and a limited late at Jefferson. Always pretty much kept to myself. I don't talk to a lot of people. I've been better the last few years talking to people. Always like to fix and straighten and make things. I make what I don't have if possible and straighten what's bent. Buy a lot of stuff at the auctions that I figure I can use, and sometimes that's good and sometimes it's bad stuff. Either that or it needs a little straightening that nobody could figure out how to straighten it, so. And I probably bought it for pennies on a dollar. I guess that's how I survived for over 50 years. I like straightening stuff instead of buying new. I was always amazed how Dick Trickle could come into Madison and have his car running on the truck at the last minute, unload it, and go out and have fast time. And then he'd usually win the race too. I should have talked to him years ago and found out some setup things, but I figured those guys would never tell me anything anyway. I've raced against him quite a few times. I remember one funny moment at Madison. I was sick of getting beat when they went to the two-barrel rule. We had to run a two-barrel, and I still had a big block 427 Chevrolet, and that really choked itself with a two-barrel. So I put a four-barrel on one night and put a tin plate up so they couldn't look under the fender and see it. And I was pulling Trickle down the straightaway. Well, I only did that for about 2 laps, and I backed off and left him go. I loaded the car on the truck right away, and the inspector come over and said, "You got a four-barrel on there?" No. They never did get under the hood and look at it. Well, I started out many years ago with a '53 Chevy, had that same bed on it to load the car on. Well, we were at Elko, Minnesota one day, and that thing blew up on the way home, so we towed it all the way home down the interstate with a chain, and then I bought this other truck for, I don't know, 500 bucks or something, and put the bed on there. About in the late '70s, I had some crew people that wanted to ride along, so I extended the frame and added another cab to it. Does the job just fine. We've blown quite a few motors in it throughout the years. I always run junkyard motors, and The last time we had to change it, the one I put in only lasted a week. So I had Motormasters build me a motor now. That'll pass everything but a gas station. Back when I started racing, everybody wanted to go along and help you at the racetrack. Nowadays, it's hard to find anybody with enough interest and ambition to want to do that stuff and put in the hours. Charlie Weber has been with me for years at Slinger. And even though he's moved 3 hours up north now, he comes down every Sunday. If Kathy isn't working, she's there, and one of my daughters, Brenda, helps me at the track. I'd like to beat some of the guys that got a lot more equipment than I do. My motto always was, younger women, older whiskey, and faster cars. We just figure we can keep the sport going if we help some of the younger guys out. Joe Shelby was after me for a couple of years, wanting me to put him in a car, and I really didn't want to get too involved with another one because I had already had one that Al Stippick drives. And last spring, Shelby called again, and I had this car laying around that nobody wanted to buy, so I said, take it and run it. Otherwise, we're going to be losing cars at the track, and you know, racing isn't going to be what it used to be around here. I'd like to keep on for a few years yet. The older I get, though, it seems to be getting to be more of a job than We've acquired so many friends throughout the years, and if I ever would quit or not go to the track anymore, I'd sure miss a lot of the people that we've known for so many years. I'm not sure at this point as to how long I'm going to keep this up. I'm still doing pretty good, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore. The main thing is I'd like to be a little more competitive than what I have been the last year or so. And I guess that's going to make the decision on how long I keep going.
Motormasters.